Coming up next, it's Game On Overtime presented by Jim Coleman Infinity. The countdown is on, 1 week till the battle in the Bayou. The rookie versus the wise veteran, brother versus brother. Tonight, we break down the Horror Bowl. Ravens owner Steve Bisciotti celebrating Baltimore heads to the big game for the first time in 12 seasons. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Game On Overtime. I'm Kristen Berset. 1 week from today, Ravens take on San Francisco in New Orleans in the Big Easy. The Ravens are that team that's been knocking on the door the last 5 years, 4 years, getting close, but really never getting invited in. This year, they didn't take no for an answer. Going into every game as an underdog, they smashed all expectations. For many, for many players, this is their first Super Bowl, but even for those that have been there before, know how special it all is. Joining me now to chat about the big game, Parrish from 106.7 The Fan and the NFL PA Show, and Kerstein also from 106.7 The Fan. Guys, both teams kind of taking similar paths. They both got knocked out of the championship game last year only to come back and make it to the Super Bowl. You've got the rookie quarterback Colin Kaepernick versus 5-year vet Joe Flacco. Sky, I'll start with you. Who would you want on your team just for this game, this particular game?
Well, Joe Flacco, 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions so far, so that's pretty good. But I like what Colin Kaepernick can bring. The veer, he keeps it, he could run, he could throw the ball, a little RG3 in there. And last time the Ravens faced a guy like that was the Redskins. They did lose that game. So I kind of like Colin Kaepernick. I'll go with him.
Going with the rookie, Rocky.
A lot of people might be surprised by my selection, but it would be Joe Flacco for one game. For one game, I think, and I've said it all season, and I'll say it again, the team goes as he goes, but for some reason, the big games, Joe Flacco comes through, and I think this is going to be that one where he's going to be the one that wills the team to victory. Yeah,
with what you've seen with him so far, it's kind of hard to go against him as well. Both guys obviously making great cases for themselves this season. When you look at the offense, aside from them, Rocky, who would you give the edge to kind of going into this week?
It's definitely going to be the Baltimore Ravens. They got too many weapons. I've already said that Torrey Smith should be one of the guys that should be up for the MVP of the season for his team. And then you have, obviously, all the other weapons that they have going on from special teams, the guys that played at third receiver, all the way to Anquan Bolden and the others. So, I mean, obviously Ray Rice is going to be key for them, but I think they just have way too many weapons, more so than the 49ers.
I'm going to say it's the Niners, but for a totally different reason, only because I think the NFC is that much better than the AFC. I think the Niners played much tougher teams coming into the Super Bowl than the Ravens did. The Ravens, they got a little lucky because Gronkowski didn't play for the Patriots. I think the Niners are the better team, and I think the Niners are going to win.
Torrey Smith, for you.
When you look at their defense now, you got two hard-hitting teams, two very much penalized teams. The Ravens had the most penalty yards this season. 49ers had the 5th most. And when you look at both their last games, they shut out their opponents in the second half. So, Rocky, who do you have on defense in this one? I mean, you've got, Suggs and Lewis back, but the 49ers defense just
This is where I think it'll be a close game in the very end.
Yeah.
I think the defenses are pretty evenly touted. I think I will give the edge to the Ravens, but it's not that. It's a 3-point difference for me as far as defense goes.
Yeah, I agree, but Justin Smith is as good as you get in the NFL. Defensively, also, our buddy Carlos Rogers, he's on the Niners too. I think both defenses are very even. But I'm going to give the edge to the Niners just because, again, I think the NFC is better than the AFC.
Real quick, guys, before I let you go, who are you taking in the game?
I think we both selected who we're taking. I'll be going with the Ravens this game, and I think it's going to be a close game, 3 points or less.
Niners, 31-21.
All right, 10-point game. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Of course, that's Sunday. You can see that right here on WSA 9. Guys, thanks so much. Sky, you'll be back in a little bit to talk some Caps. Rocky, we appreciate you coming in again.
Sweet.
We'll see if that.
I'll watch the rest of it from home.
There you go. All right, thanks, guys. Now, the Ravens, of course, don't leave for New Orleans until tomorrow, but San Francisco, they're already there. They arrived about 7 o'clock tonight, getting settled in their hotel before all this craziness begins.
We try to make it like a normal week. Being here on Sunday, in the city starting Monday like it's a week leading up to a Sunday game is our plan.
I've said this before, pressure I feel like comes from lack of preparation. So, I mean, this isn't going to be a pressure situation. It's going to be a matter of going out there and performing physically.
Remember, like I said, you can see the big game right here on WSA 9. Network coverage of the Super Bowl 47 begins at 6:30 on Sunday, February 3rd. But starting tomorrow evening, I will bring you the latest news and excitement live from New Orleans every day through the big game. We've got our crew, our Blitz and Glitz crew, going out there for the week. From sports, news, entertainment, we've got you covered in the Big Easy. All right, so the Super Bowl is next Sunday, which means today is the Pro Bowl. As my producer said, first team to 50 wins. Yep, yeah. Another high-scoring game, go figure. London Fletcher repping the Redskins. Great moment with, look at this, Jeff Saturday taking his final snap ever with Peyton Manning. Later on, then we'll see, I see that camaraderie still. We'll see Eli throwing some things. Throwing a pick six. The Chiefs linebacker, Derek Johnson, nice grab. Yeah, a few highlights from the AFC, NFC dominating this game. Matt Manning not doing so well. Pretty much NFC down. Look at that, 62-35. You know, there was a lot of talk last year about it being one of the highest scoring games, and so we'll see what happens with how they can freshen all that up. Might have been the last one we see in Hawaii, but we'll see. All right, time now to move on to the ice. We're 1 week into the shortened NHL season. It's been a rather rough start for the Washington Capitals, losing their first 4 games. However, every game they seem to just get a little bit better, trying to find their groove. Tonight it came together well enough to finally pull out the W. The Caps hosting the Sabres. Things didn't start too well for the Caps, though. Tyler Ennis backhands one past Michael Neuvert to put the Sabres on top first. But 4 minutes left in the first period. Jason Chimera's shot gets saved, but Joel Ward, right place, right time, gets the putback. His 3rd goal of the season. We're all tied up. John Erskine makes it 2-1 in the middle period. Newby having a good game, 22 saves. Here he goes full split to stop the puck. To the 3rd we go. Finally, the great 8 emerges from his slumber. On the power play, Mike Green to Alex Ovechkin. He picks up his first goal of the season. Caps take a 3-1 lead. For what we've seen this season, though, no lead is really safe. Michael Foligno risked in the putback to pull within 1, but the Caps were able to hold on. They get their first victory of the season, finally beating Buffalo 3-2.
We finally win, so it's much better for us right now. You know, no pressure to our shoulders right now.
Tonight and the Jersey game, I think we put together two 60-minute games there, and I think we just got to keep rolling on and do this in Ottawa.
But the main thing is that I think we learn how to play and how we're supposed to play to win games.
Here's a look at some of those numbers. Ovi with 5 shots on goal. Neuvert in his 3rd straight start, 91.7 save percentage, and Mike Ribeiro 2 assists tonight. We're not done talking Caps. Sky Kerstein from 106.7 The Fan returns to talk about today's game. Are we starting to see a better Capitals team emerge?
Obviously, he's a big guy, and you don't want to be blocking a guy that's covered all that many tattoos like that to be in your way. So, no, Erskine's hats off to him. He's been playing hard the last couple of games, and, you know, it's good for him to get his confidence up too.
John Erskine getting his first goal of the season as the Caps get their first victory of the season, 3-2 over Buffalo. Rejoining me, Sky Kerstein, Capitals beat reporter from 106.7 The Fan. Sky, Caps with with points in 2 straight games after going 0 for 3. Got their first win. Ovi gets his first score. Is it time to jump back on the bandwagon?
No. I'd wait a few games before you get on the bandwagon
What
again.
did we learn from them today, though? What positive kind of came out of this game?
This is their 2nd game in a row where they've played a full 60 minutes. They're starting to learn this system. That's good. But Buffalo was playing without their best offensive player in Thomas Vanek today. It was still a 3-2 game. Alex Ovechkin had his first goal, but he also hit one off the bar on an empty netter.
Empty net, oh my gosh.
Later in the game, I think
like
everybody's hearts dropped on that. It's going to take time, but Michael Neuvert, last 3 games, he's been unbelievable for this team. Had 22 saves today. He looks really good, but I'd wait a few games. Don't forget the Caps, they're the last team in the NHL to get a W this year. So let's see what they can do next game. They need to build off this game and New Jersey, but if they keep going in the right direction, they're going to be pretty good, but we'll see. It's going to take a little while.
Something's going on at the Verizon Center with those pro teams. Taking a little while to get the W.
5 in a row for the Wizards. Come on.
to start the season. Well, maybe the Caps can get on that 5 in a row. They're going to head out on the road with Ovi finally getting that, it's kind of finally getting over that hump, getting that first goal. Do you think maybe this will kind of jumpstart his production?
I think it's going to help, but again, it came on the power play, not on even strength. We'll see what happens, and depends who he works with on even strength. Now, one thing that Emote said, he moved Troy Brower and Nicholas Backstrom with Ovechkin in the third period. I like that line a lot. Maybe they could do something the next couple days on the road in Canada. We'll find out on that. But getting that power play goal was key. This was the longest to start a season it's ever taken Alex Ovechkin to score a goal.
Now, they were only in the penalty box twice today, so much improved over the last few games. I know a lot of the players and even Coach Oates had been questioning just the players' work ethic. I know a lot of fans had too, because they were just, they, like you said, they hadn't played a full 60 minutes. So what is the morale or the feeling in the locker room that's been changing?
Confidence. They finally got a big lead today in New Jersey. They came back. Today they get the 2-goal lead. So I think it's just growing confidence, and they know this system now. They're learning the system. No preseason really hurt these guys. As Troy Brower said at the beginning of the year, it was like a mid-season coaching change, and it really was. They had to learn the system on the fly with no preseason games. It took them a little while, but they're getting more comfortable out there, and that's why penalties are going down too. They only had 2 today, and the penalty kill looks a lot better. They gave up 8 penalty kill or 8 power play goals coming into today. They were 2 for 2 on the PK today, so that's good. They're building confidence out there, and they're learning this system.
And they're getting points.
And they're getting points,
That's
which
key.
is very key, especially in a 48-game season.
Yeah, every point counts in this one. Sky, Kerstein, we appreciate you coming in, and we'll see how the Caps do on the road. Here's a look at their upcoming schedule. They've got 2 games on the road. We'll see if they can take that momentum out there, and then they close out those. They close out this month with those. They start February back at home, so you get to see your boys back at home in a couple weeks. So let's see if they can get some kind of win streak going and stop their hemorrhaging. That'd be nice. All right, Sky, we appreciate you coming in. All right, there's still plenty.